All right, guys, I'm here with Ed Lasater, and this week we are going to talk about how pressure moves in the feet and how that affects your golf swing. All right, guys, I'm here with Ed Lasater, a fantastic golf coach, former student of mine, great knowledge of the game, one of the best I know around. Talked to you many times about a golf swing, and we are going to talk about how pressure moves in the golf swing. We're going to start with how pressure moves out of the lead foot in transition, so the beginning of the downswing. What is your opinion when you start down on where pressure should be moving and what that would look like?
If pressure is going to move, it needs to be dynamic.
Sure.
Right? We don't want to be static, and we want to swing fast.
Yes.
Right? In balance.
Sure.
Straight enough to handle it, but we want to have some dynamics. So before you actually go to the transition, you need to talk about how you trigger it off the ball to start with. You know, there commonly, and we talk about how it shifts a little left to right. Your legs are brakes as you wind up into it, and as you're landing left into the toe, midfoot, and then pushing backwards so that you're in balance. But if you don't have a trigger, you don't have some way to then propel yourself via rotation to land left early enough so that you can use your lead leg as a catapult to create rotation.
Okay. So when you're pushing out of the ground, what is that going to look like from the lead side?
Well, if we've recentered our pelvis correctly and not slid our hips out of the way, what's going to happen is that as you're landing and your clubs and hands are over here and your chest is still close to the target a smidge, as your pelvis is square, now you can push that way to cause me to rotate. Because in every rotational sport that we play, whether you're throwing me a ball or swinging with a stick, you have to provide a counter-rotational force to create rotation.
Sure.
Otherwise, you would be throwing in the same direction and you would have nothing on it. You have to push away to create this to turn to let the stretch go.
Sure. I think you see that a lot in like quarterbacks, you know, pitchers. That's I say a lot every time at the highest level.
Every single time.
If you're using the lead foot to push up and back, what is eventually going to be used to get the pressure forward, and how does that sequence up with the lead leg movement?
Well, if assuming that you've actually, as you've taken the club up, as you're flexing into this trail hip and you're sending your pressure left, so basically your zipper gets about an inch ahead of where it started. Now your pressure is forward enough that as you're pushing away, you have enough forward with shaft lean, and you're not physically manually pushing this way. It's because your lead side is pushing that way, causing you to turn. Because the last thing you want to do is get up here like this and invade your space, and now you're dead. If this is flexing back and you're landing left, now I have all this clearance to push myself back with my left leg, not so much forward with your right.
That's a fascinating conversation about how pressure is moving and engaging into the ground throughout the entire golf swing and how you can use that to create power. I think this is one of the, if you want to hit the ball a long way, this is something that you should understand in your golf swing.
And not just, I don't think it's not necessarily just long, but I think also it helps you zero out your path.
Sure.
And or at least get a little bit more path to the right, which as a right-handed player you're looking for.
Right.
So that you can start it a little right and it might draw a little bit.
Sure, sure. I want to thank Ed for coming out and talking to me a little bit about golf here at Carlton Oaks Golf Club in San Diego. Hope this video helped your game. Hey guys, if you like this video, click like, subscribe. I come out with new content every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thank you.